Hey guys, it's Jack the Vegan Dad here. Today we're going to be showing you our monthly Costco food shop. So if you aren't familiar with how we set it up, we're a family of four. So there's myself, my wife, and our two young boys rather, who are 2 and 3. So we generally try to spend about $720 a month in total on our food shop. So we go to Costco and we try to spend about $170 at the start of the month, and then we also go to Aldi and Woolworths and the fruit and veg shop and spend about $240 at the start of the month as well. So then throughout the month we go maybe do once a week a top up of fruit and veg, which is maybe about $60 there. So in total around 720 is our goal. So today we went over budget a little bit today. I think it came in at about $220 rather than $170. I mean, you win some, you lose some. Last month we were about $60 under budget, which was really good. And now this month we're about $50 over budget. It's all relative in the end. So let's check it out, eh? Righty. First off, as you are well aware, we are big hummus lovers in this family. So 2 tubs a month generally gets us by. We've still got half a tub left in the fridge. So that should do us quite fine. We chuck these with carrot sticks. The boys have actually been having it as a little dip in their dinners at the moment as well, that they dip all sorts of stuff. Like they put broccoli with hummus, they put vegan sausages with hummus. They just love their hummus at the moment. So this is probably the tastiest one. And good value as well for a kilo tub. I'm pretty sure it was just $6, so that's quite reasonable. Again, we get the vegan butter, the Nutlex, which is really good. Probably the best vegan butter around. Baking, added into meals, on toast. Like, yeah, generally 2 tubs probably just get us by for the month. Let's go here. We get some hot chibbies. Hot chibbies probably are essential for us. Sometimes to some meals we just chuck it in the air fryer or the oven. It adds to some meals, so it's not something we rely on all the time, but 1 bag is generally enough for us. And you know, a big bag like this is pretty good. Switching our bread, as you probably would have seen in our previous ones, we're going on the light rye, but we're kind of slowly trying to get into a more whole grain sort of breads, and slowly transitioning the boys to like their grainy sort of bread. So this time we got the harvest seed and grain bread. I've tried these before. It's actually really nice, and the boys have as well, so they've had it and they enjoy it, so that's a good start. So that was good value. You have to buy it in like a 2-pack, so I think it only ends up being about $6, so that's pretty reasonable for 2 breads. Over here we got our Brazil nuts. We normally go through one of these packets, maybe 1 packet every 2 or 3 months. Obviously your Brazil nuts are good for your selenium and of course your magnesium. Selenium good for your brain health. So we generally try to have 2 of these every morning, my wife and I, and then we give 1 to our 2 boys as well. So like they don't mind having 1 of them every morning, so that's good for their development. As you were well aware, we generally buy the 3 berry blend, frozen berries. So we chuck that into our oats. We do smoothies and all that sort of stuff. So this month we got 2 of the 3 berry blend. And unfortunately, well, it doesn't really matter, but we got a packet of whole blueberries because our eldest son has decided that he only likes blueberries. So we've caved and we've had to buy a separate packet just for him. So he'll be having blueberries on his oats in the morning rather than the 3 berry blend. So I don't know, sometimes you got to compromise with the kids, hey. Over here, choc chips. There's really no sort of health benefits for these. But you know, we make cookies and we make cakes and all that sort of stuff, so this will last us probably like 5 or 6 months. So fingers crossed, unless we go on a big splurge or you know, we have some parties and stuff like that. So this is 100% vegan, so it's actually quite nice, quite reasonably priced as well, so it'll last quite a while. We've also back here, we bought a big pack of milk. So Vitasoy soy milk. This is probably the best soy milk we've tried in the past. Aldi used to sell this regularly, but then they shifted to a new brand, so we haven't bought it for a while. But we noticed this recently, 12 liters for $20, which isn't too bad, because when it used to be at Aldi, I'm pretty sure it was about $2.50, maybe $3 for one, so it ends up being quite a good saving. We're shifting away from almond milk because almond milk is actually quite low in your good fats and your protein, which is probably essential for the kids' development. So you've got the soy milk, which is high in calcium, so there's 300 milligrams of calcium per serve, which is quite good. So obviously we're not having the dairy milk, so that's quite handy to have. It gets a good source of calcium, so give the boys some milk every now and then, and that helps. Also high in protein as well, and high in fat as well, which a lot of your nut milks like your almond and even your oat and rice sort of milks don't have. So there's a lot of myths out there that saying it's not really good to have on a regular basis, but you know, there's actually no scientific proof behind that. I mean, Asian countries have been having soybeans and soy and all that sort of stuff for their entire life with no issues. So all right, so now we got back over here. We got some 2-minute noodles, Maggi noodles. Surprisingly, all flavors are vegan, even though it says chicken. So it's just a bit of a chicken flavor, I guess. 18 pack. I'm pretty sure it was only about $8 or $9, so not too bad. 3-star rating. I'm not particularly sure why. I'm pretty sure it's just because it's low in fat. Not really too sure, but my wife eats these when I go away, so yeah, I'm not really into them, but it's convenient sometimes to have something like this on hand. Like, you know, your 2-minute noodles, your pack of soups. Sometimes, you know, people can't be bothered cooking, but that's handy to know. Quite reasonably priced. So we've got the chia seeds, which are really good for your omegas. So your omega-3, your omega-6. I don't know, it's really one of those kind of superfoods as well. Quite reasonably priced. I'm pretty sure it was about $16, $17. So we blend these up for absorption. Pack them in the fridge. We stop them from oxidizing. So, you know, that's a handy little tip for you guys to know. Fruit juice, again, the organic apple juice. We chuck these into some smoothies. Just one of these generally lasts us fine. Like, it's only kind of a little topper upper to kind of add a little bit of sweetness into my wife's smoothies or the kids' ones if they're having a bit of a whinge, I guess, if there's too much spinach that we've put in sometimes. Over here we got some jam, so we don't go through a lot of jam. Sometimes we have jam on toast, or if we do some crepes, jam is always handy to have. Not too bad price for that kind of size. And your maple syrup, I don't know, sometimes it seems like we go through a lot of this because I feel like we only just bought some last time, which I'm pretty sure we did. But I use this quite a lot into dinner recipes. If we're doing pancakes and stuff like that, it is quite handy to have and quite reasonably priced as well. And just overall, it just tastes a lot better than some of the other brands that are out there. And finally, we came across this something different that we found. So you got your faba bean little snack packs. We haven't seen these before. We opened it up. We've already given one to the kids already, but that's the size of it. It's only 20 grams, but these faba beans, if you aren't familiar with them, they're actually really high in protein. So for this small packet here, I'm pretty sure there's about 6 grams of protein. Yeah, 5.6 grams. So that's actually really good for the kids. They got 3 different flavors. What do they got? They got a pizza supreme, which we already tried, which actually kind of tastes like the old pizza shapes. So the kids love them. A lightly salted one and a sea salt vinegar. So I don't know about those flavors yet, but you know, the kids loved them. So this is really, really handy to have in the bag. A lot better than some of the other kind of snacky items out here because, you know, they taste great. They're high in fiber as well. Gluten and nut free, which is really handy for a lot of people. I don't know, like these are really good. Hopefully the kids enjoy all the flavors, but I thought that was something different. So we kind of try something different each food shop and see what's out there. But all this about $2.20, and you know, items which will last us probably a couple of months, like the soy milk and the Maggi noodles. They'll last us quite a while. So not too bad. I'm not too disappointed with going over, but yeah, just a couple new items that we're trialing out, and you can see it as we develop. If you're familiar for the last video, we actually bought a 1 kilo tub of spinach, which we kind of struggled to actually go through, and we were just kind of coming up with silly ideas, just jam packing into every meal. So whilst it wasn't too bad value, it kind of seemed like a waste. So we're kind of stepping away from that. We'll just buy spinach as we need it, like maybe once every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, see how we go. But yeah, so you got to mix it up and, you know, trial these things, and, you know, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but trial and error, I guess. So there you go, guys, another monthly Costco food shop. So couple different items there. Hopefully you got something out of this video and kind of gave you an insight of some of the vegan options available. We're actually finding that there's a lot more items actually coming out and saying vegan on the packet in Costco. So it's actually getting really exciting. So I know in America, Costco, they've got a lot of vegan items, and hopefully Australia Costco is starting to kind of broaden their range as well, as veganism becomes a bit more mainstream in Australia. So I don't know, I'm keeping my eyes peeled all the time. So if anyone else sees any other items out there, let me know in the comments or send me an email. I'm always excited to try new vegan items or vegan friendly items. But yeah, so if you liked the video, give it a like, give it a share, chuck us a comment, whatever you want to do, and I'll catch you guys next time.